to East Malaysia to meet these amazing Sabahan and Sarawakian ladies is definitely going to be a long-lasting memory. From the roots of Mount Kinabalu to the lullabies of Semban Ring ladies, I'm Karishma. Join me in a mystical journey in search of the evergreen and still existing tales of the legends of Borneo. Borneo is the world's third largest island and Sabah occupies relatively a small chunk of it. Yet, what a punch it packs. Around 55% of Sabah is forest and protected areas such as Meliau Basin and Danum Valley Conservation Area are more accessible than ever. Anyway, without further ado, let's get straight into the new episode of The Legends of Borneo. In a naturally blessed paradise of Borneo. So it's not surprising to meet a poet, a performing artist and a ritual healer who loves nature. So today we are going to meet Hani Mahadi in our first segment, Ethnic Warrior. White pigeons are traditionally seen as a symbol of peace and love. And that's what I feel when I see Hani Mahadi, who looks sweet, humble and pure. So let's see what our white pigeon have for us today. So hi Hani, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine.
Alright. So tell me a little about yourself, your origins.
I was born in Papar, Sabah. I'm 25 years old and I'm a performance artist.
So honey, you said you were born in Papar, right? So tell us a little about the place.
Papar is very famous for maritime and trade activities. People of Brunei, Bajau and Sulu will come here for trading. That's because geographically it has a wide river. So activities were also based on fishing. This was a long time ago. Nowadays it still continues for small and medium industry. For example, Papar people are famous for shrimp paste. Then they have this ethnical and cultural fest called Gambos Fest. Gambos Fest is celebrated every year in the month of May. It's a celebration of gambos. There will be song competitions using traditional instrument called gambos. Then they have kompang competition and many more.
So honey, you're known as a performing artist. What kind of art are you specialized in?
I do many art performance. There will be combinations of many art in my performance. It involves musical, theatrical and poetry performances.
Okay, how long have you been a performing artist?
I'm still new. This is only my second year in the arts industry.
So honey, for all the poems and arts you perform, what is your inspiration?
First of all, I must give foremost importance to God. I cannot start with anything else. All my inspirations are from God. Secondly is from my family members. Thirdly, I'm inspired by the universe. I always perform about my role as an artist for the society. It's about my role as an artist in developing the society. This is what inspires me, local stories and social issues. So I'm using art and my responsibility as an artist to narrate through the art. We need to do something to solve these issues. Maybe we can't solve the issues, but we can still represent the society.
You're such an artistic person, honey. For all the poems and arts you perform, what is public's feedback on it and how do they react to it?
I have experienced this during my performances. Some elders cried as they remembered their younger days. Because for us here, poem recital used to be a part of our lifestyle. They cried because someone is still interested to do these things. This is is because they know their time has passed and these things are not practiced anymore.
So honey, it sounds very interesting, but I also know you do ritual healing, right? So can you elaborate more on that?
Okay, tentang ritual perubatan tradisi ini.
Actually, the ritual healings are based on my research.
Mengambil daripada kajian-kajian saya lah.
I take inspiration from traditional elements. I see the current people's context, so I use contemporary approach. For example, I take a medical ritual from a particular ethnic. I see it in the psychological scope. Also in scientific approach in the sense of quantum physics.
Dari segi sudut quantum fisiknya.
The purpose of the contemporary approach is to give exposure and education. This is to narrate how those days our people interact with the nature.
Bagaimana dia berhubung kait dengan alam, bagaimana dia berinteraksi dengan alam, dan bagaimana perhubungan manusia dan alam itu.
When they live in harmony with the nature, it can form good social structure.
Dia dapat membentuk struktur sosial yang baik. Perubatan ini saya kira semua orang.
I believe everyone needs this medication method, especially at these times. This is because we are facing the challenges of sound, visual and air pollution.
Dan bukti-buktinya sudah.
These issues are very much visible.
Contohnya,
for example, too many buildings are building without considering the nature.
Sekarang kita berada dalam krisis.
Now we are facing the critical global warming crisis.
Jadi penting.
So it is important for us to neutralize the situation.
Membawa balik. Okey, kita harus meneutralkan keadaan.
Now I'm really excited, honey. Do you mind if I request you to perform for us today? Is that okay for you?
Boleh.
All right then. Wow, that was an amazing performance, honey. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being part of Legends of Borneo. You are the ethnic warrior for our segment, and thank you so much. Exploring new talents within ourselves is a positive attitude. And that's the main attribute of our next guest from Kota, Kinabalu, a KK12 FM radio jockey who was also a journalist before. So, let's meet her in our next segment, You Are the Woman. Always nice to be interviewed in radio and TV. Well, that's what people used to say. But today I have Amy Dangan with me, who's a local radio jockey in Kota Kinabalu. She used to interview many people, but today the honor is mine. So hi Amy, how are you doing today?
Hello Karishma, I'm fine, thank you.
All right, great. So tell me a little about yourself, your origin and your background.
I am born and bred in Kota Kinabalu, Sabah. I am of Dusun and Indonesian heritage. My father is a Dusun from Lohan Ranau, and my mother is of the Toraja heritage in South Sulawesi, Indonesia. I am the first of 4 siblings. I studied in UITM Shah Alam. I took up mass communication with a major in public relations.
So Amy, what did you do after your graduation?
I did not go straight into the workforce, which was something I kind of planned. I was thinking I'm gonna be stuck working a job that I might or might not like. So I said to myself, let's try and do something different. So I went and become a club singer.
Wow.
A year after singing, I took another year off doing anything. Well, I just wanted to find myself at that time. What did I want to do? And there was an opportunity for me to go back to writing. So you see, I already became a journalist before enrolling in the university. Yeah. So it was after my STPM, I got the chance to write for a local newspaper, the Borneo Post, and even after my university years, even after singing, that was the one job that I go back to. I found out really early that I love writing because of that. I get to express myself that way. And by expanding my vocabulary, that helped me to use that ability to play with words in other things like writing songs, writing poetry, and things like that.
So I'm not surprised that you quit journalism and you went into the show business.
I'm just the kind of personality who tends to get bored with things after a while. So imagine having been doing the same thing for 6 to 7 years.
Wow.
That's a huge achievement for someone like me. But also, being a journalist, being a reporter, you are given different tasks, different challenges every day, and it's always unknown what you're going to be up for on that day. Yeah. So that's what I love about the job. But I guess it goes the same with any job in the world. You just tend to get bored, no matter how exciting it can be. I was a minimally paid MC, and one of the MCs that I used to partner with called me up one day and said, "Are you interested in becoming a radio announcer?" Which was, whoa, I've never thought of that before. I mean, I was a reporter, I MC on the side, but I never thought about becoming a radio announcer, a DJ. It seemed to me like this glamorous job that me at that time, who was already in my 30s, and I've already had 3 kids at that time,
Which you can't tell.
Which, still, thank you. But still, it wasn't expected. It wasn't expected at all. So when that offer came, immediately in my mind, why not give it a try?
So Amy, you basically started off your career in a brand new radio station. So how challenging was it for you?
Well, it was a switch from one career to another.
Yeah.
But I appreciate that the career that I was shifting from, which was being a journalist for a good 6-7 years, I think it was just a matter of expanding what I already know how to do.
Yeah.
So as a journalist, my job was to use words to deliver information, to tell people's stories.
Yeah.
And I think that was also why my current station manager decided to have me join his team, because I have that background. I have that journalist background. So it's only a matter of taking that and expanding myself somehow, using my voice now, using my face now to deliver that information, to tell the story.
So Amy, through your vast career of being a journalist and an RJ, I'm sure you'd have met many interesting people.
Yeah.
So is there any special events or special stories that you'd like to share with us today?
From my journalism years, I could remember one incident remains strong in my memory, which was when I covered a boat accident in Bintulu.
Okay.
So that was when 16 people died.
Wow.
Yeah, and I remember being one of the first at the scene, together with other journalist friends. And I remember just being there and the morgue for 3 days, just waiting for the bodies to be recovered one by one. And I think that was such an experience, right?
Wow,
and
sorry.
yeah, there was a body of a 6-month-old baby, which was the first to be recovered at that time. So that is one
Devastating.
experience, devastating experience that stuck with me even until today. I could still cry just thinking about that. But that memory is also a reminder of why I like being in journalism. It's because you would always be the ears and eyes on the ground. You know, you would always be the first person to know about these things, and it gives you a window to other people's struggles as well. That's what journalism is to me.
So Amy, knowing that you're a person who loves to explore, you've been a journalist, an RJ, and also a singer at once. So what else can we expect from you?
I know for a fact that I want to be doing something that will contribute good and positive things to the community that I'm in, to the society that I'm in. I mentioned about how I'm passionate about the issue of statelessness. And how I feel one of the things that could truly change the way things are is giving them education. So who knows, maybe I'll be an educator.
Wow. So Amy, it was really lovely talking to you, and I hope the universe hear you as soon as possible and you get to pursue your dreams. And thank you so much for being part of Legends of Borneo. You're the woman who inspires me and many women out there. And thank you very much again.
Thank you, Karishma.
All right. Capital city of Sabah, Kota Kinabalu plays an important role in the political and economic welfare of the entire state. With an area of 351 square kilometers, it's the smallest but the most populous district in Sabah. So, let the rural ravens spread the wings. A local writer, Naldi, in Kota Kinabalu. Naldi shared some interesting information about Kota Kinabalu and its history. Let's see what Naldi has to say about the beautiful city of Kota Kinabalu. Hi Naldi.
Hello Karisma.
Alright, so I think I bumped into the right person to ask about Sabah. And can you tell me how did Kota Kinabalu got its name first?
You want to know that?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. We'll tell you something about that. You know,
Okay.
Mount Kinabalu has its own spirit.
Yeah.
It's one of the Legion of Borneo. You know, the spirit goes down to the villages,
Yes.
and the people live there. And then, before this city got its name as Kota Kinabalu right now, it just composes of different villages where people live, like Biasoka, Singamata, and Api-Api. And then Api-Api was called Jesselton because the jetty was there, used by the British. But the first settlement of the people here on the Pulau Gaya, you know, across this, there's a Pulau Gaya there. And then in 1946, the whole place right now, which is the Kota Kinabalu right now, was named after the Charles Jessel, and it was called Jesselton or Jessel Town.
Oh,
So
okay.
Jesselton, it was from Jessel Town. But in 1976, it changed back, goes back to Kota Kinabalu.
All right.
Because Kota, we understood that Kota means town or sort of daerah.
Yeah. Yeah.
In year 2000, it became called Bandaraya Kota Kinabalu.
Wow.
So it seems that when you look at it, when you look at itself, I mean the term itself, Bandaraya Kota Kinabalu. So it's the city of the city
Yeah.
of Kota Kinabalu.
Yes.
I mean of Kinabalu.
True.
So the spirit of that Mount Kinabalu unites people.
Wow.
So that's why Kota Kinabalu city, or the Kota Kinabalu city right now, it's a melting pot to Sabahan.
All right.
it's not only Sabahan ethnics that goes down to Kota Kinabalu right now, even from the people outside of the country or outside
Different
of the state.
ethnics.
Different ethnics. Yes.
So it unites everyone.
It unites everyone because the spirit in harmony of the spirit of Mount Kinabalu harmonized, or became also the spirit of the people to be united. Yeah, that's what Sabah is, or that's what Kota Kinabalu is.
Yeah, that's beautiful, Haldi.
That's it.
Since the 15th century, the area of Jesselton was under the influence of Bruneian Empire. By the end of 1899, construction had started on shop lots, a pier and government buildings. Eventually, Jesselton has become the major trading part of North Borneo. From one of Sabah's highlights to another is eminently doable. As a former British colony, English is commonly spoken here. Whether it's coffee shop hunting in Kota Kinabalu, watching baby orangutans learning to climb at Sapilo, or even searching for pygmy elephants near Tawau. Your time here will feel like 5 holidays condensed in one. So anyway, till I meet you again, I'm Karishma and this is Legends of Borneo.